What's going on, y'all? Country Gaming Network here, bringing you Magic Monday Deck Tech Review. It's been a while. Had a lot of stuff going on in my life, newborn, stuff of that nature, so I haven't been able to record in a while, but finally back to it, as far as Magic at least. Got a new playmat in, as you can see, Grave Titan. But today we're going to be going over my Goblins deck. And this is my actual favorite creature in the entire MTG universe, I guess you would say. I have every single one of the goblins ever made. So, but we'll go ahead and start with our one-ofs. We have Goblin King. Sorry about that reflection there. It's for 2 red and colorless. All goblins get +1/+1 and have Mountain Walk. Which Mountain Walk, if you don't know, is if your opponent is control or has a mountain, then all your creatures are unblockable. Sorry if you can hear my daughter; she's pretty mad right now. This is one of the best goblins I've ever seen, and it's rightly so. It's expensive. A Goblin Wizard for 2 and 2 red. You tap it, take a goblin from your hand, and put it directly into play. Treat this goblin as if it were just summoned, and then you can give a goblin protection from white until in return for 1 red. So that's really one of the good cards. I think it's like 14-15 bucks right now, so that's why I only have one. Goblin Goon for 3 and a red. Goblin Goon can't attack unless you control more creatures than the defending player, and it can't block unless you control more creatures than attacking player. So it's not too bad. That's why I only run one of. And the last one up in the deck is Goblin Pile Driver. For 1 and a red, it's protection from blue, and then whenever it attacks, it gets +2/+0 for until in a turn for each other attacking goblin. This used to be like a $15 goblin as well, but now they reprinted him and he's dropped significantly. So, excuse me. Now we're on to our 2-ofs. I got two Siege Gang Commanders. For 3 and 2 red, when it comes into play, put 3 1/1 red goblin creature tokens into play. For 1 and a red, sacrifice a goblin. It deals 2 damage to target creature or player. So that's not bad. Run 2 2 Goblin War Drivers for 2 red. It's got Battle Cry. Whenever it attacks, all other attacking creatures get +1/+0. So it's not bad. Goblin Chieftain. I got a foil version and a regular copy. For 1 and 2... Sorry, I gotta get it up close up here. For 1 and 2 red, it's got haste, and then other goblin creatures you control get +1/+1 and have haste. So it's not bad. 2 Goblin Ringleaders. It's got haste, and then when... Actually, let me get the other one here. There, that's a little better. When Goblin Ringleader comes into play, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all Goblin cards revealed that way into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library. Well, if you're running straight Goblins, really good. 2 Reckless ones. For 3 and a red, it's got haste, and its power and toughness are equal to the amount of Goblins in play. Simple enough. 2 Tuk Tuk the Explorers. For 2 and a red, it's got haste. Whenever Tuk Tuk the Explorer is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a legendary 5/5 colorless goblin token artifact creature named Tuk Tuk the Return onto the battlefield, and it is a 1/1 creature. Sorry, I don't like the way that... Can't see that, but that's what that is. And I do have the token. It is right here, so that's what it would look like. So, okay. 2 Bloodmark Mentors for 1 in a red. Red creatures you control have first strike. And this, I have won off the back of this card numerous times. Krinko Mob Boss. I run a 3 of now. We're into 3-ofs. For 2 and 2 red, tap it, put X 1/1 red goblin creature tokens on the battlefield, where X is the number of goblins you control. Well, as you can see, that would multiply every time you do this, so 3 Warren Instigators is another one of the really good goblins. For 2 red, it's got double strike, and then when it attacks twice basically. And it is whenever Warren Instigator deals damage to an opponent, you may put a goblin creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. So that's really good. It's like a crappier version of the Goblin Wizard, but 4 Raging Goblins for 1 red. It's got haste and it's a 1/1, just a quick get out there and smash them card. 4 Mog Marshals. It's got Echo, which means if you don't pay its casting cost, it dies every turn. But when it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 red goblin creature token on the battlefield, and when it dies, so for 1 and 1 red, so 2 for the price of 1, really. Murderous Redcap for 2 and 2 black or 2 red. When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player, and it's got Persist, so it comes back with a -1/-1 counter on it, so it becomes a 1/1 when it dies. Cool. I just put these new sleeves on, so that's why the cards are all slipping and sliding. Now that's it for the creature base. Now we're on to our instants and sorceries. I run a 4 of the Brightstone Ritual. For 1 red, add a mountain to your mana pool for each goblin in play. You could see how you could just bust out, empty your hand real quick. The only thing this deck doesn't have is like draw spells, because red really doesn't have a lot of that, but 2 Krinko's Commands. For 1 and a red, put 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens onto the battlefield. Simple enough. 4 of, now we're on to sorceries. 4 of Goblin Warstrike. Goblin Warstrike deals damage off 1 red. It deals damage equal to the number of goblins you control to target player. So that's really good. Obviously, this is the last spell, or this is the last spell in the deck, but this is a must. Goblin Grenade for 1 red. Sacrifice a goblin to have Goblin Grenade deal 5 damage to 1 target. That would be creature or player. So, that's really good. And then we run, counting the mountains up, sorry. Then we just run 20 basic mountains. That's it, so. But alright guys, that's my deck tech review for my Goblins deck. Try it out, tell me what you think, leave a comment in the comment section below. This is Country Gaming Network, signing off. See y'all later.